Hello, my name is Kwan Xiao. In this video, I will be helping Clovis College Information Systems students complete their Microsoft 365 projects. I'll guide you step by step through McGraw-Hill SimNet as we worked on Project 12. This is a Microsoft Word project that follows SimNet Guided Project 10-1. For this project, you will step into the role of an employee working for Courtyard Medical Plaza. You will create a macro-enabled template from an existing document. You will also record a series of actions called a macro and make a button that runs those actions. Finally, you'll use your new template to create a finished document. Let's go ahead and get started by downloading the start file. I've already done that, so I'm just going to locate that and open it. Once again, you need to click on Enable Editing. That takes care of step one, which I already checked off. Now we want to go ahead and go to File, Save As, and then we want to change it so that it's no longer a Word document, but a Word macro enabled document. Right now, it's defaulting to custom Office templates, but it might be hard to find. So you want to go ahead and go to More Options and find a location that you are familiar with. Either the desktop, but for me, I like to stay organized. So I'm just going to browse to where I like this project to be saved, and I'll go ahead and save it here. Okay, so that takes care of step two. For step three, it's a really simple one. Just want us to select Show Hide. So I've already enabled it because you can see the backward P here. But if you don't see it, it's in the paragraph section and click the Show Hide icon. For step four, they want us to insert fill-in fields to prompt users for information when a document is created based on a template. So right now, they neglected the fact that there's already a pre-filled information here that we need to get rid of. So make sure when you remove the name that you don't delete the tab arrows, okay? And, and also do not delete the paragraph marks. So just highlight that, delete marketing, and delete the date. Okay, now it matches the screenshot that you see in figure 10-63. For part A, they want us to click, have our cursor blinking between the tab marks and in front of the paragraph mark. For part B, they want us to click the Quick Parts button, which is in the Insert tab text group. So let's go to Insert, let's go to Text, and it's this button here. If you hover over it, it should say Explore Quick Parts, like for the pop-up. So that lets you know you're in the right icon. Click the down arrow though, and we want to go to the Field option. Here they want us to select Fill in for the field names. What I would do instead of just scrolling down, I would just hit F, and that will quickly take me to the F part. Then I can just select fill in. For part D, they want us to type in what is the employee's name. I like to just do copy and paste that. Once again, make sure you don't copy like this, where you have spaces in front and spaces at the end. That would most likely create a demerit on your grading. You don't really need to check the default response prompt because when you type or copy and paste the employee name, Microsoft Word will check that for you. Okay, let's go ahead and click OK and then hit OK again. And now you notice employee name appeared there. So we're going to repeat this two more times. So we're going to click, so it's between the tab arrow and in front of the paragraph mark for employee number. So let's go to Quick Parts, go to Field, hit F, scroll down to Fill in, copy and paste or type in what is the employee number, and then copy and paste employee number in a default prompt. hit OK and hit OK. That takes care of part I and part J. Let's move on down. That takes care of part K when you click there between for the department row. And let's go back to quick parts, field, hit F on the keyboard, then select fill in, copy paste. What is the employee department? Copy this employee department into the default prompt, hit OK, OK, and there it is. So moving on to step 5, they want us to record a keyboard activated macro. So you do that by placing the insertion point after the tab for the fourth heading line for date. So we'll record a shortcut key that will insert a date. So for part B, click the record macro button in the developer tab code group. Right now my developer tab is visible. If your developer tab is not visible like this, where you can click on it, it's like a tab text. You can enable that by going to File, Options, and then go to Customize Ribbon. And then here in the main tab on the right column, just scroll down till you see Developer Options. If it's unchecked, you want to go ahead and check that so it has a blue check mark there. Okay? That way you can see that the developer option will be visible now on your ribbon. So I'm going to select Record Macro button, and that'll create a pop-up that is similar to Figure 10.67. Type in insert date. For me, I'm going to go ahead and copy it for the macro name. Take care of that. For part D, click the drop down. Instead of all documents, we want it just so that it's for this document we're working on, which is privacy notice. Okay. You can type or copy paste insert a date in the description box. Click the keyboard button. Okay. And you just want to go ahead and make sure that the save changes in it's to your document. If it's on normal, you want to select your privacy notice document, but it defaults to that, so you don't really need to change it. All right, so place the insertion point in this press new shortcut key, and it's 4 keys on your keyboard: Alt key, Control key, Shift key, and the D key. So you're gonna need 2 hands for this. So on my left hand, I'm gonna hold Alt, Control, Shift, and on my other hand, I'm gonna hit D. Okay. A rather complicated macro. The reason why you have to hold that many keys is because there are already a lot of keys that are assigned to Alt and Control. That's why you want to add the Shift key there. That makes it a unique shortcut key. And now we go in and hit Assign so that it's in the shifts from the right to the left box here under Current keys. Now we can go ahead and close that. So let's go ahead and record. For step 6, we want to record a macro to insert a date. So we're going to do it the slow way. So right now, Word is recording my action. You notice right now it says stop recording as an option because right now it's recording. It's not recording the mouse movement. It's recording actions or clicks. So the first thing we want to do for part A is click the date and time button, which is in the Insert tab, text group. So let's click on Insert, text group, and let's see, date and time. Yep, it's that icon there. Click on that. And then they want us to select the spelled out date format, which is the month, day, and the year. So it should be the third option here. And then just make sure update automatically is not selected. And then we can go and click OK. And then we can go ahead and stop recording. So let's go back to the developer tab and click on stop recording. Let's go ahead and test that. So you notice when we went through those actions earlier, it inserted a date. So let's click that. Um, Now let's just try that really complicated shortcut key, Alt, Control, Shift, and D. And voila, the date is inserted. It saves a few clicks, but it's just a practice, right? So there are more complicated macros you can program that will make you more efficient. Because like for you, you're like, well, I can actually just go through clicking those different buttons and it will be just as fast. Which may be true but just remember, this is just an example to make it easy on you learning the basics of a macro. All right, so let's go ahead and delete that. All right, so that takes care of step 7. Step 8, they want us to add a macro button to the quick access toolbar. So that makes it even easier. If you don't know where the quick action toolbar is, it's basically the very top of Microsoft Word. This is where the quick actions are. So you notice you have the undo, redo, save. So this is the quick access toolbar. So they want to click the for part A, they want us to click the drop down arrow. So just this arrow right here. And then they want us to go to, let's see, I believe more commands. Yeah, which looks like figure 10-69. They want us to click choose commands from. So instead of popular commands, change it so it's macros. And you notice the macro reprogram appears. And then on the right, we want to change it so that instead of all documents, it's just this document. And then select this macro on the left, and then click the add button so it brings it to the right. We want to modify that so it has a simpler name. So hit modify. Instead of typing or copy pasting that, you could just delete everything and except for insert date and just add a space. It accomplishes the same thing. Select a symbol of choice. You can just hit OK and go with the default. But for me, I'm just going to select something that looks like a calendar, which is that grid there. You can choose another icon to your liking. Hit OK, hit OK. So I'm going to hit OK again. And then you notice that icon has appeared in a quick action. So they want us to go ahead and run that macro. But make sure your cursor is blinking at the date row. Click on it, and voila, the data is inserted. All right, so now for step 11, make sure that when you save this macro enabled template, you need to save it as a Word document because for some reason, SIMnet cannot grade a template, which is this file right now. So what that means is we want to go to File, Save As. Right now it's a macro enabled template. We want to go back to a Word document. Hit save. Let's go ahead and replace the existing file, and then just click yes. Okay. Let's go ahead and upload. Go back to the top. Go ahead and close that. Upload my file, and yep, I believe it's that one. Okay. Go ahead and submit the file for grading. All right, I got 100% on this one. So thank you for watching, and good luck. Hopefully you also get 100% too.